All right, we're here, Ravenna Curbs, fine Seattle, Washington, 65th Street park and ride. Only the best. Some of these curbs getting a little rough these days, getting a little beat up. Right here we have super wallowed out curb. So problem with this, if you skate rails, you're gonna be coming along and you're just gonna catch right in that edge there. As soon as you catch, it's gonna tear your rail right out. Mess up your board, you gotta put in screws again, it's a real pain in the ass. You can try and fix it with Bondo. Problem is that Bondo's gonna chip up on the real thin edge, so you're gonna end up with a real sharp edge again real fast, and it's going to do the same exact thing, tear your rails right out. Instead, this video is sponsored by Steel Stik. It's not, but it should be. Use some of this fine product here, and we're just going to slather it all over the top there. And it's going to stick in place real nice over time, smooth things out. Everyone's going to have a much better time. First thing we need to do, we're going to clean up this curb. We got to get all the wax, all the dry concrete, all the crap off the top, or else the Steel Stik's not going to stick. It's just like sanding before you paint. Definitely stay upwind of this. Concrete dust is bad for your lungs. Everybody better be happy when they know how much I've done to these curbs. Fucking A. Nicely freshened up. Got all this extra wax off the top here. Got that concrete looking nice and ready to accept Steel Stik. So we got a pretty big area to patch up here. Sometimes you can open these up, just use a little bit of it. We're gonna go whole hog. We're gonna use the entire thing. And to be extra safe, I really don't want Steel Stik to be stuck to my hands for days afterwards. These are the money makers, you hear? So gotta keep these looking tidy. Protect your hands, protect your lungs, and you can spend more time skating. Here comes those little end caps. Peel those off, just unwrap it, and then it's just like Play-Doh, you just smash it all up. You're just trying to mix all that gray in with the black. Once it's mixed in, this stuff sets up quick, and as soon as it's like all one color, you gotta just slather it on there. But because they're not mixed in the box, they're nice and soft and pliable. Convenient engineering for skateboarding purposes. We're getting pretty close here. So I want to try and fill in this crack on top a little bit, and we're going to fill in some of this divot here. We probably won't fill it all in, but if we can fix the crack on the top, that's really going to help this curb out. You got too much on one side, too little on the other, just work a little bit over. But yeah, you gotta work quick with this stuff or else it's gonna harden up. It's gonna be all the wrong shape. It's gonna be real weird to skate on. When it does set up, it's just rock hard and it adheres great. Doesn't chip, doesn't flake up like Bondo does. You're just trying to get that nice and smooth on top there. It doesn't like change shape once it sets. It's not like pouring concrete or pouring asphalt. You don't have to worry about it changing after it's done. And this won't be perfect, but it's gonna be a lot better than it was. Okay, so I'm just gonna take the board and just kind of use that shape to try and smush it into the right spot. And that's gonna carefully situate it. Oh, we smashed a bug in there, sweet. That's a permanent feature now. Bug gap. Who else has bug gaps? Nobody else but the Ravenna Curbs folks. And the last thing I wanna really check on as it's like hardening up is really like working the edges down. Because if you can really get the edges to adhere, that's the thing that's gonna help it stick in place for a really long time. If the edges start flaking up, even something as sturdy and tough as this material is just gonna start flaking away. A little work ahead of time, long-term benefits. I'm liking the look of that. Give it like an hour on a warm day, it'll be fully set up concrete hard. Doesn't hurt to leave it a little bit longer than that just for the insurance. Perk is that you get to skate in the same session if you do the fix at the start of the section. If you have to put more down, after it's fully set, just come in, sand it up some more, and then you can lay down some more on top of it. After it's all set up, I'll definitely put a layer of wax down, fixing up the spot. You're all set. Let's go take a look at how the other one looks. So here we have a spot that I got cleaned up about a month, 2 months ago. It's had some regular skating since then. We have two different spots that got tidied up. This spot had kind of the same thing going on. It had a really wallowed out edge. Thankfully didn't have this like big crack showing up in the middle. There may be some old Bondo in there that's held up over time. On the edge here, we've got the Steel Stik, which I just kind of flattened into a disc, pushed it down into this area. We've got a little bit of chipping up around the edges here. But overall, this whole block right here, it's staying real solid. We got another one. This one's looking a little beat up. That's okay though. So this one's also still holding up in the middle there. It's got some edges chipping out on the side here. But I know for a fact, some of the people that I skate with like to hit the curb right here. I'm not gonna name names, they know who they are. So over time, it's gonna break down, but if it lasts for months and months, you're in pretty good shape. Keeps the curb working well. Skate the spot, fix the spot, clean up the spot. People pick up your trash, I'm doing that too. I'm getting tired of picking up other people's trash.
Feel it.
You don't, like, everybody gets 24 hours in a day. You got to choose what to do with that 24 hours. And if you have the privilege of choosing what to do with that 24 hours, you're doing pretty good.